So the subject of Sidar Kondo has come up a couple times in the comments section, and I haven't played this deck in a little while, so I figured I would give it another shot. It's been about a month and a half since I played this deck. Um, hasn't shown up much in the 5.0 list or anything like that, but I figured I'd give it a try anyways. This one's kind of interesting because it's got a bunch of stacks pieces and stuff like that are really interesting. In my the first time around, these cards really helped me stay in the game until the end game. When games went long and you weren't necessarily able to Tymna a bunch of times, you could kind of control the board with these stacks pieces. And slow your opponent down and that kind of stuff. So it was a pretty fun deck. I was really successful with it last time. Want to see if I can have the same success with it this time. I made one change. I took out Kataki. I didn't think that was... I mean, there was so many artifacts in the deck. I just didn't see Kataki as a really good card. And Breya's been, slumping in the format lately. So I just didn't think that Kataki was really where I wanted to be, and I figured I would try out Kajali's Sunwing. This is an interesting new card from Ixalan. It's a 2/3 flyer for 3 that creatures your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped. I mean, obviously it's no Thalia, but it's still pretty good, I think, for a 2/3 for 3. So it's a flyer, so it's really good with Tymna. It's got 2 powers, so it's really good with Sidar. Obviously, I think this one goes straight into your Thalia decks. If there aren't many Thalia decks out there, but if there are, I think this card definitely goes in. I'm surprised I haven't seen more people trying this card out, though. I think it's really, really good. A 2/3 for 3 mana that's a flyer, and your opponent's creatures enter the battlefield tapped, which means like you can get through with your creatures better. It just seems like a really good card, so I wanted to try that one out. And the only other thing that I don't have a lot of love for Oust because it's a sorcery. I guess it's good against like the new Emrakul and whatnot, but I don't know. I've never had a lot of love for Oust, but I left it in just because new Emrakul does exist, and unfortunately has protection from instants, so you kind of need this, but it's still not that good against new Emrakul. So, but all right, so let's take it to a league and see how it does. Alright, got match 1. We are on the draw. Playing against Jarad, Golgari Lich Lord. This hand looks very keepable. We can get green-black with that one. Plays an Overground Tomb tapped. Alright, Brain Maggot's pretty good. If we lose our Deathrite Shaman, that might be the play next turn. We want Bayou. I know, I guess we can't get Tymna drawing cards yet anyways. It might just be Brain Maggot and a Pump Spell, or just Brain Maggot and a Shambling Vent. Sacrifice a creature. Target player puts a number of cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power from the top of their library. So they mill. You can target himself. I think this is worth doing. Alright. So this is an enchantment creature. But I think I still want to get rid of this Phyrexian Arena. He doesn't have a land. I guess Reclamation Sage can block. Maybe that was incorrect. Alright, so he Worldly Tutors on his main face for Sakura Tribe Elder. Alright, that puts him pretty far behind the 8-ball. Alright. Chromox. Yeah, we can get rid of, like, one of these two things. Play Tymna, attack, and then possibly, if we get an untapped land, we can possibly Stoneforge. We're almost certainly not getting Wrath next turn. Which one do we want to get rid of? I guess the birds. We can black, green, white. If we don't draw an untapped land, I will probably exile something. So let's leave that back. I guess we could just elves. Alright, well that's pretty good. Yeah, let's play the elves. I know it's not great that we didn't attack with the Deathrite Shaman, but now that I got the Sword of Feast and Famine, I totally want this mana on the board. And again, there's 0 chance he can Wrath us next turn. Alright. Does that right away. Could block with it. We'll equip it to Tymna. I'm definitely using the Deathrite to keep the Sakura Tribe Elder if he tries to reanimate it. Now we can't block with Reclamation Sage. I guess he could destroy the sword instead of the Brain Maggot. Yes, please. Unless you control fewer lands. Oh, I actually forgot about that ability. Yes. White. Alright, I'm going to play it. And we discarded Reclamation Sage to the Sword of Feast and Famine. Not sure I get that. Like, it's a Sword of Feast and Famine. Reclamation Sage destroys it. Alright. Might have to start worrying about wraths. Reason I left that man up. I'm guessing my opponent missed that. Yeah, okay. Alright, got match 2. I am on the play. Playing against Animar. I got turn 1 Elf and a Jit, and yeah, that all seems very, very good. And Wasteland seemed pretty good. Let's filter some lands out of our library. Alright. That I did not expect. No way to play around it. Can't deal with an Animar next turn. Hoping he's light on lands. That's why he played the City of Brass. I still don't have an answer. Well, I guess I could snuff out the Elvish Mystic. It's Mesmeric Fiend. Venser, Counterspell, Cloud of Fairies. Forest, Dryad Arbor. I don't know. I guess Cloud of Fairy is the only thing he can cast right now. Looking to get our Tymna on. Now he drew a stupid land for Counterspell. So we know he has the Counterspell. So let's play this land. Get him to counter Stoneforge Mystic. Play the Jet and equip it next turn and use it to kill Animar. Unless you control a swamp or a forest, I control both. Savanna. Or scrubland. I guess savanna. You can have your Cloud of Fairies back. I cannot allow you to untap with an Animar. Oh, 'cause it's protection. Oh my god. Oh, that was a big punt. I've even played this commander, like I know it has protection. Oh, it's so bad. Alright, you didn't Venser that. Can Venser that? Looks like it. Alright, so there's a Dryad Arbor in his hand. Other than that, I don't know what else is in my opponent's hand. Opposition. That's not great. Card is pretty oppressive. I think we still go for the Jet play. Oh yeah, he can tap it. Shoot. I am not playing this game well. I don't know if it would have mattered. It kind of played out the same way no matter what. You don't see opposition very often. That's a creature with flying. It can actually block. Oh, it's pro white too? Jeez. I know I love those abilities when when it's on my side. No, I don't need to pay. I don't think I can beat this opposition. Like, I can't get in with any creatures, like, ever. Yeah, I'm dead next turn. Like, even if I get, like, a Reclamation Sage, you can still tap down, like, everything. That doesn't do anything. Well, we can draw a card. No, well, does it matter if I move it? I guess we'll move it. I'm dead. I'm so very dead. I don't think there's any. Yeah, he taps a lifelinker. That makes sense. Alright, we could draw a miracle card. Nope, that's not a miracle card because that still leaves us dead. I'm gonna play it and concede. Made some pretty big punts there. Didn't really matter because opposition is just like impossible to beat sometimes. In the right board scenario, there's just nothing. I couldn't get in. He could get in. It's a really good card. Alright, got match 3. I am on the play. Magic paired me against the same opponent. This hand is pretty... I don't know. I do not know about this hand. I guess we'll try it. If we get our bird killed, we're probably dead. Alright, he's got his own bird. Alright, that doesn't kill Animar. we have anything that does? We'd lose any chance of a land if we Vamp Tutor on our upkeep. We could Edict. No, he's got a bird. Council's Judgment, but we won't have a land to do it, so it's got to be 2 mana or less. Decay doesn't do it. Not a lot. We don't have like Lignify or anything like that. All right. I guess we just try to beat him on the ground game. This deck has a lot of trouble with Animar. I can't Vamp Tutor and Weather Wayfarer and get Jit. Jit would be awesome on a rogue, on one of these things, because you can't really deal with it. Alright, my opponent plays Gilded Drake. Is he taking a bird? Alright. I wish Magic Online would stop repairing people against the same opponent. It doesn't matter if they're playing a different tournament than you are, if they're like they started a new one. Like, that should be irrelevant. Oops. Alright. Well, we have to activate this. I mean, we could just go on like a wasteland plan, but he just stole my bird. Let's just get Bayou. Bayou. Sylvan Library's gonna give my opponent a lot of looks, a lot of cards. Frankly, I think my Birds of Paradise is prettier. It's a really good looking foil. So we've been probed. Phantasmal image. Are you taking my stupid Dryad Arbor too? Yeah, I think he is. Oh, you trading Gilded Drakes with me? How does that make any sense? I guess just to get a 3/3? Alright. What can I vamp tutor for? Can I hit a Council's Judgment? Is that something I can cast next turn? I have to hit white and then... Alright, let's not worry about it. Oh. Alright, well we can't cast it still. What did he do with his last one? He put cards on top of his library and then didn't shuffle. So I don't think I need to kill the Sylvan Library just yet. Guess if he counterspells that, that's pretty bad for us. Alright, let's it go. What's strange is that my opponent traded Gilded Drakes before combat. I had a tapped one and it gave me an untapped one. This one's an illusion, I guess. That's kind of the benefit. I'm going to do this while I can. What's the last one? Savannah. I might now be able to Vampiric on upkeep for a Jit. Only have 2 mana left. 3 mana possibly. After playing Animar, hopefully they can't put 2 counters on it. Do not want to put a Jit on a Gilded Drake. It will die. That's not something I want to have happen. Alright. They drawn any cards with Coiling Article. Okay. Not a land, not a land. Not a land. Got Sylvan Ranger. I almost picked a land because I was used to doing the Weather Wayfarer thing. I guess just plains is fine. All right. Whew. That was a tough one. Yeah, I think we had my opponent dead next turn. Maybe not. But really hard to keep an Animar on the board against an opposing Jit with all these flyers. So Bitter Blossom was the unsung hero there. Whew, that was a tough one. Got match 4. I'm on the play. Playing against Tymna and Kraum. Bunch of 2-drops. I mean, I guess I'll keep this. Lotus Cobra is really good. As is Smuggler's Copter. Let's try to take off this. Maybe I should have played the Overgrown Tomb tapped. I think it's a Smuggler Copter. I think today's the day for a Smuggler's Copter. Might play no Force Spike or Spell Pierce. Days I'd kind of be okay with. But it resolved. So that's great. It's a really good card. I think I can Lotus Cobra and Tymna, because this will give me 3 mana off the Lotus Cobra. Should the Lotus Cobra resolve? Hmm. Staring down something. Alright. Is there anything I can name with Phyrexian Rovoker? Spell Queller, huh? Jeez. Didn't see that one coming. I don't know if I have a Tymna Kraum deck. What's the land? I don't know. What do I name here? I don't really want to name Jit, because I could draw a Jit. I guess we'll name Jit. I don't know. I could name nothing, or I could name, what's the land? I don't have it. That's why I was thinking. Scalding Tarn. What? Oh, it's got to be an on-land. Playing a Tymna, I just realized. Alright, this looks like Tymna mana. And it is. So I don't think it's right to not attack with the Smuggler's Copter so that I can block the... Alright. Because if I do, they probably won't attack, and then I'm not looting a card. Alright, Go with this one. Maybe that's wrong. Trying to win the card advantage game. It's kind of a race. Kraum here would hurt. Oof. Glad I kept the clearly it's the land and not the Kosali Pride Mage. Sort of Feast of Famine is a beating. Why haven't I drawn anything that good? If he just plays Kraum as a blocker, I'm actually in quite a bit of trouble. Alright, we got a Demonic Tutor. For Toxic Deluge for 2. That'd be pretty brutal. Looks like it might be that. Crackling Doom? He actually paid life for the black mana. Oh, Fire Covenant. Okay. That sucks so bad. First we crew. I guess that. I guess we could have played Sidar. That probably would have been better. I've looked at more cards. I've played more cards, I think, too. But my opponent has drawn really, really good cards. Alright, opponent's going on the attack. That lifelink's not nothing. Falling behind real quick. The fact that I have to worry about them having blue is a really big deal. Ox Diamond. Alright. What are you playing for 6 mana? Their own smuggler's copter. I mean, I gotta try it. Probably playing into a counter spell, but gotta try it. I don't know if it was correct that one turn that I would attack with Smuggler's Copper and open myself up to the Tymna. I mean, I never would have imagined I would have fallen this far behind. Like, that was just one card draw. I don't think that really hinged on that. Maybe not. Maybe if I had gotten the Lotus Cobra to resolve, if I had played something else instead. It was a bit greedy. This is Kraum. Not dead. Yet. Getting there real quick. I mean, with the popularity of Tymna and Kraum, Tymna and Sidar might be a lot weaker as a result. Well, that doesn't do anything. It's just, are we just dead? No matter what. Yeah, we're just dead no matter what, I think. We got outdrawn. Alright, got match 5. I am on the play. Playing against Tymna and Kraum. This is the same opponent. Alright, well, I mean... yeah, we'll go ahead and keep this. I do know that Dryad Arbor is in this deck. I've drawn it earlier this league. Wasteland, huh? Alright, let's hope we draw another land in the next couple of turns. That's a pretty good draw, though. Just need a land to play this Crucible. Alright, so do we Tymna? Or do we Crucible? I think we Tymna. Oh, yeah. Put another... My opponent can put another card in their graveyard. They can kill Tymna. It's instant or sorcery. I really need this Crucible in play. Oh. Oh, I get a token. I can't pay for that. Happy to have him double block. Oh yeah, they can Griblamamancer. Alright. I did really want that Crucible. But setting them back a land isn't the worst thing in the world. I think we oust the Dark Confidant. Swing. Oh, I should have played the creatures first. I forget the elemental grows. Bayou, probably. Yeah, I left 2 damage on the table there. They can Tymna and swing with the familiar. I don't love oust a lot. I mean, it might be necessary. There's still enough brawl in the format that you might need. Or wait, what? I don't remember which one's protection from instants. And oh, it's the new Emrakul. That's what you need Oust for, is the new Emrakul, not for Baral. So there's enough of that in the format. Brea plays it. Well, that's not Tymna mana. Something I can get that... Get a Jit. Not sure what he's playing. Holy crap, that's a giant fire covenant. Ow, that hurt a lot. Did not see that one coming. Land? Not a land. What do we want? We want scrubland probably. Like I need a land here. And then play the thorn. That was a brutal fire covenant. Maybe I could have swung there. They wouldn't have blocked. Trying to position myself to a place where Palace Jailer is good. It might be hard. If he plays Tymna here, I'm not sure it's good. And that thing has Menace. So I can get rid of it, and then he takes the monarchy, and then I have a hard time getting the monarchy back. I don't think that's right. I think we just play Sidar. Yep, he snipes the elemental. Not surprising. Grim Lavamancer has been a problem. It wouldn't have been a problem if it hadn't been for that giant fire covenant. That thing was brutal. Here comes Tymna. Yeah, I think the addition of red and blue make this deck probably better than Tymna and Sidar is right now. And I think we can play the Monarchy game now. Maybe we just get rid of Grim Lavamancer and well, no, he gets it right back. Because he can strike right through us. Let's get rid of Tymna. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't have many other plays, unfortunately. Well, that's really good. Now we just need a land. Oh, it costs 1 extra mana. Never mind. Need like an ancient tomb. You don't get your Tymna back now. Like, ever. Oh, no, they do get it. Okay. Maybe it was a bug before? It didn't used to work. Yeah, I'm dead. The Sword of Feast of Famine isn't even that good against... I mean, like, you can just chump with Grim Lavamancer. That's if we draw Ancient Tomb, exactly. I was in a really good position, and Fire Covenant blew me out. I guess it could have been a Toxic Deluge, and I didn't really play around that very well. I'm not sure what all the extra mana is for. My opponent's at 5 life. We're going to lose some life ourselves. Well, there's Ancient Tomb. Turn late, but it's there. Maybe if we had played the birds. Maybe he'll play something and then tap the Grivelon from Lavamancer and kill Tymna. I'm not sure how much Sword of Feast and Famine does. If it does enough. Can they kill me with Kraum? No, not quite. Tapping the ancient tomb seems greedy. Vindicate. Alright. Grim Lava Mancer my Tymna. Oh, actually, Grim Lava Mancer can't block Sidar. So it wouldn't have mattered. It's the judge's familiar. I need him to attack with it. There we go. Okay. You paying life for that? Yeah. So 6 life. I can't do that much damage. Oh. Brutal. So they just crawl me and I die probably. I mean, I gotta do this 2 damage. I don't think there's any world where I don't win if I don't do this 2 damage. And then I Palace Jailer to get rid of his lifelinker. Oh, brutal. And then we Birds of Paradise. I mean, he's drawn a lot of cards, so it makes sense that he has all the perfect cards. you gonna lose 1 life? You gotta stop at some point, right? Maybe? That sort of Feast of Famine might have actually done it for me, but he actually pained to do a duress when he was at very little life. That was super heads up. Yep, killing the birds, that makes sense. I take 5, go down to 2. I take 4. He leaves a blocker behind that can block Sidar. Smart. I mean, we're just dead, right? I can play this Tango Wire. Does it do anything? Taps him down 4 lands, and then we're dead. Alright. Nothing doing there. So unfortunately, it's 2 and 3. That's a different deck. Tymna Sidar right there. So, didn't really draw any of my stack pieces, which was interesting. The Voice of Resurgent was pretty good. But then we just got creamed by the Fire Covenant. But I drew Tango Wire when I was dead. And I drew Armageddon when I was dead. Other than that, basically none of the other pieces, none of my Thalias. I guess we drew the Thorn of Amethyst, and I actually slowed him down a little bit. But, yeah, I really do think Tymna's and Kraum is so popular right now, and I think that is probably the better Tymna deck. Blue and red is not at all irrelevant. So this deck is probably pretty poorly positioned right now, just because you're not getting blue and red. And then you have to play around their counter spells. I don't know, it's good against other decks, but against Tymna and Kraum, it just seems like it's really hard to beat that deck. So, yeah, so, well, we don't get any treasure chests or anything like that, so, but it was still a fun deck to play. It's still some interesting interactive games. It's just pretty hard to beat Tymna and Kraum with this deck. So, thank you for watching. Have a good night.